What's good, man? What's good? What's good, man? We live on Christmas, dog. Got a Christmas special for you too, man. Got a Christmas special with Freedom Life Credit, but we'll get into that in a second. I'm gonna talk to you about. I want to talk to you real fast about. I'm gonna talk to you real fast about recruiting, NIL, and recruiting with NIL and all that stuff and how I see it. Mario Cristobal pulls in highest rated class since 2008. When Miami had the number one class in the nation, and we all remember that class, Corey Harris and all those guys. It's higher than any class he ever pulled in at Oregon. Oregon had the cool uniforms, Nike, and all of that stuff. I think his first class there was 7. I think he came back with a 12th rated class, and then after that, I think he came back and did a 6th rated class. 3 5 stars Miami got in the class. Even without Kamani McLean, Miami class will be rated higher than any class that he ever pulled in with Oregon. Miami won 5 games. 5 games. And right off the bat, we see the difference between, or we see the comparison of recruiting with Oregon and its resources and its uniforms and Nike, and we see or recruiting in South Florida where the kids are in abundance. Where you have a lot of the top kids in the nation right here in the state of Florida. Right off the bat, he has a better class. You could say for many reasons. Yeah, he's used to riding around in the streets from Miami. He can get around Florida easily. But then you could say Ruiz. Miami is known to have a life wallet, a company that's handing out NIL deals to kids. It's basically servicing Miami's NIL deals. Now, Ruiz isn't by himself. I know this for a fact. I've seen the inner workings of it. He's not alone. Somebody and Life Wallet and Ruiz aren't doing it alone. Ruiz is just maybe one of the loudest CEOs or billionaires with a company that's giving out NIL deals. Maybe one of the loudest across the country. But he's all in, and he's been all in since day one. I mean, and if even some players even get the NIL bumped up. You have a good season, you can actually get more money from Life Wallet. It's the NIL. I mean, it's like Life Wallet can do whatever it want to do with its sponsors. But my thing is this. Yes, we definitely have money right now inside the program and outside the program, companies supporting. A lot of colleges do. The fact that Mario has pulled in the highest graded recruiting class since 2008 and the number 4 recruiting class in the country with a team that only won 5 games, I would love to look at the top recruit, the top classes recruited on some of these websites and see what the other teams' record was last year. The fact that he's pulled in a number 4 rated class, it gets people to saying the same thing they said about Texas A&M. Oh, he bought the class. Oh, the only way you're doing it is with bags. Oh, the only way you can do that is because you got Ruiz. Duh. That gets said every time. Every time Miami beats Alabama 1-on-1 on recruiting battle. Miami beats Florida 1-on-1 on recruiting battle. That's what they go to. Ruiz. NIL. Oh, anybody could do it with money. They offered them $2 million. They offered him $4 million. Here's my thing with that. If that is true, right? If that is true, and Miami's in a one-on-one battle with Kamani McClain with Florida and Alabama, and Miami's in a one-on-one battle with Francis Malgore with Florida, and Miami, give me some more in the comment section. Miami's in a one-on-one battle with who else did we fight for? Michigan State and Pancake at the end. If that is true, if Miami's only winning because it has great NIL opportunities, then if you were to flip it, right? If Michigan State wins Pancake, if Florida wins Francis Malgore, if Florida wins Kamani McClain, do you think they did it without NIL or some NIL opportunity? Do you think they're in a one-on-one battle down to the last day the kid commits because one team has NIL opportunities and the other one doesn't? To all our fans out there, is that what y'all are saying? See, when y'all say, "Oh man, it's just the fact that it's the fact that they just NIL. That's why they get it." When y'all say that, y'all just sound like the guy that got left for the prom. That's it. You sound like the guy whose girlfriend booked out on him in the last minute and went with the quarterback. That's what you sound like. Because the fact of the matter is, if you're in a one-on-one battle with Miami and Wife Wallet, then you have to have something on your side. You're just losing. But the ones that you do win, it's a possibility that NIL was involved. So all I'm saying is this. All I'm saying is this. Be clear. Be clear when you get on Twitter and you start crabbing about why you lost. Because it's not like we're fighting with a sword and y'all are out there fighting with butter knives. Don't blame the game. Don't blame the game. You got to blame the player. You have to blame the players. Do not blame the game. The game is what it is. Y'all SEC schools had an upper hand for the longest because nobody would bother you. And things don't change. And they're changing abruptly. So I say that to say, stop all the crabbing, stop all the whining, because either you get in the NIL game or you get your ass left. Period. And obviously, all of you guys are already in with your pancake pictures. Let me bring my boy Richie here, man. Rich.
Yo, what's going on?
Yeah, I just got to thinking, man. All this crying about Miami having Ruiz and NIL money, I was thinking, like, well, if the kid puts on their hat, obviously they had some resemblance of some type of NIL offer going on.
Yeah, and that's the thing. A lot of people, you go back and forth with these debates. What is better, the collective or Life Wallet, an actual company giving out marketing money, right?
Right.
Within their marketing budget versus the collective where you collect money and then yeah, it kind of sort of pay for play. I don't know. I guess we're not commenting on that, but you know, people fail to realize that when some of these top programs out there were paying kids and getting all these defensive backs from Florida, and you're like, dang, all those DBs want to go to XYZ school? Man, that's interesting. And and you would see this and you'd be like, why are they having these top classes every year?
Right.
And it just seems like nobody else is even remotely close. I mean,
Right.
we know why. Everybody knows why, but we never wanted to comment on that. And now that those teams are being threatened because you have Miami, and it's not just Miami. It's of all people Miami. Because if Nebraska had Life Wallet or uh, Kansas State had Life Wallet, I mean, people wouldn't really care as much. But it's the fact that Miami has Life Wallet. It's that the fact that Miami is actually doing NIL the right way. And it scares a lot of people. It keeps people up at night. It keeps fans up at night, uh, commenting on Twitter and getting themselves removed from their post as whatever they are to the university and NIL. It really gets them in their feelings because they're like, well, hell, if Miami's doing things the right way, how are we actually going to get recruits to our school? Because we all know that the blue chip guys that you need to win championships are in the South Florida area. How are we going to get them? How are we going to get those skill guys if Miami's actually doing things right? So, coming off of a 5-win season and doing things the right way, we're able to get a top, what, 4 class right now, currently.
Hmm.
Could you imagine if we won 10 games? Or when we win 10, when we start winning like that,
We're gonna
we start
find out.
winning. Exactly. Exactly. I mean, it's inevitable, man. It's inevitable. You got all these South Florida kids who are top 100 players, top 250 players. When Miami gives them more of a reason to call University of Miami home, it's going to get dangerous. It is what it is. Buckle up. You either play with the big dogs or you're going to get left behind.
We don't have to tell them that because they've been the big dog for so long, and y'all country boys gonna have to
Exactly.
saddle up. They've been a big dog for so long.
Yep. Sending kids out to Boondock Paradise, where ain't nothing to do after 9 o'clock.
Right, man.
Hey,
Shout out to Sean Round. Say people forget Mario been doing this. Yeah, Mario been doing it. So listen, man. We got on here Freedom Life Credit. Got a 1 day. If you text now, 1 day they'll do you credit for 500. No matter how many items or whatever, however they word it, items or whatever you have on it. So if you got jacked up credit, if it's really jacked up,
hmm,
you better jump in because I think the pricing kind of starts at 500, 350 or something like that. But if you got jacked up credit, they'll do anybody credit for 500. So send a text. Um, Miami just offered another offensive lineman, a Preston Tamor. Um,
hmm.
Tamor. Look like we finna Samoan this thing out, man. We're gonna be doing this. All our linemen gonna be doing Samoan dance for the game. Like,
I'm fine with
like
that. They need a home. They need to experience the East Coast.
he's living in. I mean, he's from Hawaii. Look like. Let's see. See if we can. See if we can get some video on him. So Hawaii look like. Well, that's game film. It's just look like it's from the end zone. I think he's 6'4", 300 pounds.
Well, the one thing I like is those select programs in Hawaii that play
Hmm.
football. They play football at a high level in high school at Hawaii. So they're not the him as a lineman. He's not a pushover. That's what I love because we've seen a lot of talent come out of Hawaii, and if they go to certain schools in Hawaii, you know that they're going to be coached up right. Because I think one of their coaches, June Jones, who's famous, he bounced around high school there and coached University of Hawaii. So
Hmm.
You won't see a talent drop off if you're getting a kid who plays on a remote island and doesn't play in an area that has 50 different great high schools. So that I like.
Yeah. He's 2024 kid, 6'4", 315. Offer from Arizona, Auburn, Alabama, BYU, Florida. Um, let's see. Rated a 4-star. Getting 6'4". Listen, if we get the likes up to 70%, we'll open it up for everybody in the chat. Right now, Merry Christmas to y'all, man. I got my got my mom present right here. I should open it on camera for y'all. My mom used to get me something like socks, hat. So that's a new offer that went out, man. Inside officer lineman, 6'4", 315, 4-star. 2024 kid. Signing day has came and went, and there has not been anybody let go or anybody has left.
Hmm.
Some of y'all worst nightmares is about to come true. Some of y'all worst nightmares is about to come true. There may be like I told you, I heard it both ways. I heard that, hey, listen, after signing day, there's gonna be some changes. And I also heard that, hey, there's no plans to be any changes. But changes can happen both ways. I mean, somebody can just leave and go do something different, or somebody can actually get let go. Um, as of right now, nothing has happened. It's been how many days? 3?
Yeah.
Like I said, we heard it both ways. We heard it both ways. We the nightmare's over. Well, the nightmare's over. Yeah, it is. The nightmare's over. Um, Shout out to Kane Rep. Just came a member. Some of
Shout
y'all
out to
get
you,
it, huh?
K-Rep.
Y'all better spend that $4, that $6 before the price go up. It's gonna price go up because we've been dropping that concentrated on that concentrated. But yeah, nothing has changed yet. But I'm assuming there are going to be some changes because we're hearing that DVD will eventually make it to the field. So either somebody's leaving or somebody will be let go, or there'll be some switching around, changing in the coaching staff. Um, um, just not sure who. I know the one guy a lot of you guys want gone. Um, as of now, look like he's staying. I haven't seen him out there on the recruiting trail, but I spoke to a couple kids that was like, yeah. We talked together, but they said they talked to a lot of coaches. Um, let's see.
I'm on the notion that we just haven't seen the best out of um Gaddis yet, but that's just me.
Does it matter? Does it matter if he's not, if he doesn't really jive with everybody?
I don't know.
Right.
And I say I don't know because part of coaching is your kids buying into whatever it is you're selling. And to
Mm-hmm.
be honest with you, if we had the season that we had and we saw where kids were sometimes giving up in certain situations, it's not even to that point. You're not giving up on Gaddis. You're giving up on Mario. You're saying I'm not buying into what Mario's selling. So uh, to that effect, you get there's actions and then you get reactions, right? So Mario says, you know what? That's good. You ain't got to
Mm-hmm.
buy into what we trying to do. Parents from all over the globe, come get your jit.
Come get your shit. T-shirt dropped in the group me. Come get your jit T-shirt. Been dropped in the group me.
The t-shirts in the group
We
me.
got 123 in here and 50 likes. We got to get the likes up and get so we can open up the chat.
Yeah,
Yeah, the
man, we got to
T-shirts
get
in the
that
group
thing
me.
20 more likes, and yes, that those t-shirts are in the group me. It's very similar to the Manny Diaz comment. Of course, we made the NFTs with that, and some of y'all have a piece of history that way. So go ahead and get that piece of history with "Come Get Your Jit." I'm pretty
Come get
sure
your
next
jit.
year around.
That's only in the group me though. Only the villains can get this shirt right now.
Yep.
6'5", 199 pound Deontay Thornton is in the transfer portal. 17 receptions, 366 yards, one touchdown in his career. He's in the transfer portal. And these showed up of Dante today. 6'5", 199 pounds. If you look at him in high school, he was 6'4", 100 and something. He don't even look like the same guy.
Nah, it looks much
You
bigger.
like
It
a
looks like
different,
a
like a,
college.
you like a different dude. Yeah.
Yeah.
Now
He
he's
looks like Jaleel
6'5",
Skinner.
199. Huh? He look like
He
Skinner.
looks the same size, like he's the same size as Skinner.
6'5", 199. These popped up today on his Instagram. We got a chunk around his neck, huh? NIL is cheating these kids, right?
Yeah, man.
I just seen Robbie Washington pop up
That's
at the gas station looking fly as he could be. Like, damn, Robbie, what kind of car that is, homie?
what's up. That's what happens when you put ink to paper. You know, stuff start popping.
6'5". Talk to Ja'Cory Hammond. Ja'Cory Hammond was once committed to Miami. Ended up going to JUCO after he left West Virginia. Um, so he has a couple visits set up: SMU, Western Kentucky, and FAU. But Deontay Thornton, go ahead.
Hammond is in the portal.
Hammond, yeah, went to West Virginia. Remember that story? He was at West Virginia, got healthy. Then our linebacker that transferred over there, they put that guy in front of him, and they said he had more experience. But our linebacker didn't play when he was here. I forget his name. Dark skinned kid. He never got on the field here. So Hammond jumped in went to JUCO, cracked some heads. Now he's going to look at SMU, Western Kentucky, and FAU.
Okay.
Now, when it comes to Thornton, I mean, Miami haven't been doing much with the offense lately, um, and rightfully so. I'm sure they're having to convince these kids that everything's gonna be okay. Most of the ones we had signed, we were working on before, like the Robbie Washingtons and the Nathaniel JoJo. They walking in blind. There's
Hmm.
a lot of hope on the offensive side when it comes to um, the Canes and what's going to happen in the future. But 6'5", 199, we're getting really big across the board, bro.
Hmm.
They're getting really, really, really big across the board. Let me see the likes. Oh, not even close. So we're at about 45% with the likes. And once we get to the 70%, we'll open up the chat, or we'll just end it like this.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas to y'all too, man. Talking about freedom broke into Christmas. 305 in here with us now. He used to be out there with them talking about open, open, open. So he done got he he done became a member. He in here with us now. If you just getting in here, man. If you text Freedom Life Credit, the number right there. If you text Freedom Life, they'll do anybody credit for 500, whatever was wrong with your credit. Um, I think it usually starts at 700. Somebody just text me. It usually starts at 700. They do anybody credit for 500. Usually, how it goes is they assess your credit. They look, and if you got 10 items, is a different price. You got 12 items, 15 items is a different price. So yeah, they got a Christmas special. If you do it 500, you text tonight, you get it for 500. Let me turn this video off. I don't think Isaac Tesla, ever made it to Miami. Um,
Hmm.
he was here in Florida, and I don't think he made it to Miami.
Yeah. If we get this kid right here, we got a lot of speed guys. We don't necessarily need any more speed guys, but as far as bigger guys, I believe we have enough of a combination between tight ends and guys that are already on the roster where we only need maybe one or two pieces at wide receiver,
Hmm.
and we'll be good to go.
What year? What year is he? He's a sophomore. When it's a guy like this, I wonder how are they? They play North Carolina when tomorrow or the 28th. How are they assessing? Like how are they assessing? How do you know if you're not picking up somebody's trash? I wonder how how they digging in and assessing that.
And that is a question because he only had 17 receptions. And so some people are like, what is this guy really all about with 17 receptions? And the first thing that comes to my mind, this is without turning on the tape. I say he's a possession guy, I guess. He's a 10-yard guy. He's going to get you first downs. Is that valuable in the offense that we're trying to run?
Hmm. They saying he is a speed guy. They're saying he's fast. He's fast.
Okay. So they're saying he's a
Let's
speed guy.
let's look and see. Let's read up on him a little bit. Yeah, they're saying he is. They're saying he's. I just saw him get a reverse.
Okay.
Uh,
I don't think I want a guy who's 6'5" running a reverse. If we do that crap again next year, no, no, nope.
Oregon just gave him one.
We're not Oregon. We got
Let me
we
see.
got Robbie Washington. We got Ray. We got Brashard. We got X. We don't no nope nope.
I'm so
He better know how to stack. We need a
I'm so
receiver who can
excited.
stack somebody. I need to see stacking
I'm
on
so
this
excited to
film
see Robbie Washington play.
at the next level.
Yeah,
I feel you.
they ran a
If
four six
he's
forty in high school. He has to set the speed, but that was in high school. Kids don't really know how to run. Um,
Someone mentioned he's Jameson Wilson Williams type of player. If he is, that's the type of guy we need. We don't need nobody who. I don't want a 6'5" gun running an end around. Period. I just don't.
mhm.
We got other guys for that.
You got a height restriction on your end arounds.
Yes. Yep. We saw what happened last year with Romello.
Remember, not even 6'5".
Right. Nope. A guy who's that tall, you have where you're gonna get paid is you're gonna get paid high pointing the football. You're gonna get paid on stacking DBs. That's where you're gonna get paid. Because at that next level, you ain't gonna be running no end arounds in the NFL.
Hasn't been any speedy. It hasn't been any fast, tall guys.
And if you're not fast, you're gonna be a possession guy. But once again, you're gonna have to learn how to high point the football. You got to know how to do that as a big guy.
See, Smooth say he's like James. That's super fast.
I know that's fast on a whole
See,
different
Smooth say
level.
he's like James Williams. James, how tall was James Williams? He wasn't that big.
And people just naming people. Calvin Johnson and Julio Jones were very fast as big guys. They were
Calvin
elite
Johnson.
fast.
Yeah.
Calvin Johnson
Randy
was a
Moss.
4'4"
Oh, Randy
guy.
Moss. Randy
Come
Moss.
on
Hold up
now.
now. Randy, these were tall, fast guys. Now, how tall Randy Moss was? 6'4", 6'3"?
Yeah, it's like 6'4",
Julio
and
and
he
Calvin was
6'5", and Calvin was a 4'4" guy. Julio Jones was like a 4'3" guy. Randy Moss, God, I don't even know what he ran. He was faster than both of them.
right.
Yeah,
Hmm.
Julio ran a 4'3" with a broken foot, man. Yeah, that's a whole different type
Ham
of
say
speed, man.
Ham say he reminds him of Streeter. Yeah, we're gonna go look at some. I gotta look at some of his boy highlights. Let me go see.
I
Cause
would agree with that.
we all seem confused. Let me go look at this boy highlights. Let me see what we got going on.
Streeter was like a 4'5" big guy. He was a fast big guy, but he was like a 4'5" big guy.
Let's see what we got going on here.
Demarius Thomas was an exceptional route runner, and he did stack receive. He yeah. R.I.P. to him.
Let's see what we got here. Marius Thomas, RIP.
Don't name no elite big guys. Give the kid let the kid live. You feel me? Don't be like Randy Moss, make it your no. Let him live. Let him live, man. That's a hard. That's a some big shoes to fill. Let's see.
Yeah, he got. Yeah, he got some speed. He don't look 6'5" on the field.
Hmm.
Definitely got some speed.
Are you looking at his huddle?
Mm-mm. Actually, looking at his highlights on is one on YouTube.
Okay.
I think this him as a freshman. I think he ended up getting injured. I guess
Okay.
somebody
Yeah,
said
I see it.
somebody said D Wiggins. He's a little faster than D Wiggins.
Yeah, he is.
He don't look 6'5" at all. He actually looks quick.
He looks like 6'3".
Hmm.
Standing next to Mario, though, you know he's got to be 6'5".
Hmm. Yeah, he got some quick feet.
Yeah, what I really love about his game, which I think will really translate well to for any quarterback, I think he's one of those quarterback friendly receivers because he will get himself open and he'll also go where he needs to go with the quarterback. Like he'll improvise if the quarterback needs to improvise. And I'm also seeing one. I saw the one play where he stacked the DB. I like that a lot, and he's explosive once he does that.
Right.
I like that.
Woo.
I saw him do the mesh concept. You know, Gaddis on him.
Everybody run the mesh concept. I don't know why y'all be crabbing about that. Seems like everybody does it. Seems like everybody does it.
Yeah, they got him on them crossing routes a lot.
Calvin Johnson ran a 4.3. Yeah, he did. Let's see what we have with the likes. We had 79. Oh, we almost there. Get the likes up, man. We'll open up the chat for everybody.
I think he's more athletic than any big receiver that we have.
Yeah. Um, Even Kobe.
Yeah. And there's a difference, right? Kobe is a bully. Like Kobe is gonna moss you. That's his game. Kobe's not necessarily the type of guy who's gonna stiff arm you and then keep going for another 25 yards. This guy that I'm looking at is that guy where he's a little bit more flexible with his body, he has a little bit more bend, where he's gonna do that. Kobe is a straight up beast. He's that over 200-pound receiver that's just a problem for DBs. So it's different skill set.
Yeah, definitely. I saw him the other night, and my, that's a big kid, man.
Yeah. This guy could fit in little. You could give him a slight block and he'll take it another 20 yards, which I like. So he makes his
Right.
teammates he makes his teammates look better.
No, we're watching this tape. Yeah, we need this guy. We need this guy. And when I say he doesn't look 6'5", he looks 6'5". Standing next to Mario, he is 6'5". We know he's 6'5". He doesn't look 6'5" on film.
You know who he reminds me of? He kind of just a little bit. He reminds me of Frank Ladson coming out of high school. Like maybe there was
I
some
don't think Frank
injuries
Lasseter
there.
feet wherever this fast. And we never
But I
see
think
Frank Lasseter perform.
that's what I'm saying. Like I think he's what we thought Frank would still be because we remember him coming out of high school.
Uh-huh.
I think he has that wiggle. He has that, you know, Amon Richards is actually a really good comparison. That's a great comparison. 305.
Martin Richards was like,
Yeah,
Richards came in with all the tools.
he did. He did.
He did. He came in with all the tools.
But that's a great comparison.
Let's see.
And immediately the offense to work. Dante Thornton, the first touch of
Could
his
you?
career, goes for a touchdown.
Huh?
I was gonna
What's
mention
up?
if you could put it on
That's
mute,
right there. Two tackles.
video.
Turn on.
Well, they got to feed 20.
That was the first touch of his career.
Yeah. You see how he comes back for the ball? That helped that quarterback so much because he underthrew him.
Yeah, see, he plays a bit fast.
Yeah. Coming back to the ball. On Diggs, I agree. I guess he made those 17 receptions count.
Look like it, right?
There you go. That's Gaddis' play right there. I can see Gaddis in the film room. Mario, we gotta get him. there it is once again.
Yeah, dog. He don't look possession. He don't look like a possession receiver at all.
Yep. Boom. This tackle. That's Ahmad Richards-esque right there.
Oregon, know they be fly, dog.
Boom.
Yeah, so yeah, 6'5". I don't know if he's James Williamson fast, but he's definitely not no 6'5" possession receiver.
No,
I wonder why
not
he
at
left
all.
Oregon. I wonder why he got out of there. Do we know why he left Oregon?
Well, it could be the same thing that
Who
Mario's
is?
going through. Maybe.
What?
But Dan Lanning is not his coach. So, guys are moving on. They're like, I didn't sign up for this.
Could be. Yeah, so there you have it, man. We was now strong. I mean, but think about what just happened at Miami, which it didn't happen like that in the past as much, because you couldn't really switch players out because of the transfer portal. But think about in the past when players were stuck when a new coach would come in, and they were stuck there. And in order to get in the transfer portal, they had to sit out a year and all of that crazy mess.
Yep. Basically get kicked off
If
the team.
anybody watched, yeah. I think we're gonna get. I think Thornton. We said, why does it feel like we won't get any portal receivers and then our OC will be? No, I think we get. I think we're gonna get Thornton.
We already have an OC.
What is that until our OC receivers until we know who our OC will be? Listen, our OC is here, and until it changes,
Right.
until
Already
he
got
gone,
one.
until he's not here, that's our OC. That's funny.
Hey, so you know who was the passing leader for Marshall versus UConn? I see the name Zion Turner.
When did they play?
Yeah.
When did they play?
This was, and I apologize. I'm just bringing up random stuff, but this was the Myrtle Beach Bowl on. God, was the date was right here, not went away. December 19th.
And Zion Turner took them to
Yeah,
their first bowl and I forget how long. St.
yeah.
Thomas quarterback Zion Turner, the black kid. Um,
This is what we were talking about last time, man.
yeah,
He's
yeah,
starting as a freshman.
yeah,
Goodness.
yeah. Right, and
This
had a
man,
hard time getting into school.
right. This man about to be a 4-year starter. Goodness.
Yeah, had a hard time getting into school. Um, Weird. We were just talking about that. Are these colleges getting it wrong?
Yeah.
And Zion Turner he didn't have numbers that lights out or Tiger had. But I knew Zion I knew he could play the game. Had a big game against St. Francis when they beat St. Francis at St. Thomas.
Yeah. I was just surprised to see that. I'm like, man,
I
this dude is a
know.
freshman.
Mm-hmm.
So he's already putting up numbers. That's dope.
Somebody said the score. He probably playing against 13. They got blowed out.
What? Marshall? It was Marshall versus UConn. You gotta on teams like that, Marshall and UConn, they're not gonna play second and third team guys. But every game means everything to every player on that team because a lot of the kids who are on those teams will never play football again. Will never strap up in helmets and pads again. So they play every game. It's not like Florida where if you don't if you're not playing New Year's Day or New Year's Eve, you just ain't gonna play. And ain't the same way. It's not the same. Those
Hmm.
kids have to play because you're not gonna get an invite to the Senior Bowl, or you may not. You got to play every game. You got to have film on yourself.
Before we get out of here, man, I don't know what happened to Tua today, but it went all bad for Tua in the fourth.
It was
Tua
all bad.
throws three interceptions in the fourth, and right, that we witnessed the ball back to back. And man, I don't know. Hope that wasn't a meltdown or anything of that nature.
Uh, so I hate to bring this up because I know people gonna start talking about it, and it's gonna be discussions in barbershops all across America. Um, you think the Dolphins go after LJ8?
Lamar, I don't know, man. I
Yeah,
think, man, Tua's been playing really good, bro. I don't, but they were saying crazy stuff about Miami offense today. Gil Wilson is really high on Isaac Tesla. Yeah, they were saying weird stuff about Miami offense today. Uh, one of the most explosive in the country. Lead long passes, all type of crazy mess. So, bro, I don't know.
Yeah, but rest
Tua
assured,
showed us something a
if
little
you
bit this year.
yeah, but rest assured. Well, he showed us enough where he's now valuable enough to, you know, be a straight up trade, which is great. Let's put it this way: if you had the chance to get any of these quarterbacks, Patrick Mahomes, Josh Allen with that offense, Deshaun Watson with that offense, Lamar Jackson, Aaron Rodgers, because you knew you were going to win a Super Bowl, if you had them on the center, would you do it or would you stick with what you got?
Hmm.
It's only so
I
often
mean,
that
to
you can
get
put a
those
team
guys,
together like this. And that's the unfortunate thing about football. It's really unfortunate, but you almost have to put a super team together every single time to compete at that type of level. The Rams had to go and get their quarterback in order to win the Super Bowl. So,
I don't know, bro. You don't think they locked?
say it again.
You
Watson
don't
could do
think
everything
they
better than
locked in
Tua.
with?
Let's not get that twisted. But go ahead.
Uh, um, yeah, I guess Washington have the same supporting cast that Tua has at the Texans. They'd be anti-win in
Well,
Houston.
all right, elite
Dr. Sean
eliteness
Rounds, OT
versus
in the portal. Sean Rounds 199 says Florida offensive tackle in the portal. I don't know what's going on at Florida, but it seemed like half the team portal.
once again, they're not his guys. They're not buying into what he's selling.
Evans.
So the question is how you bounce back from it if you're a coach when you got to make those changes. And I'm not gonna. Let me just put it this
No.
way. I'll be done with the Watson thing because I'm really trying to talk about Lamar going to the Dolphins, not Watson. Watson was better than Tua in college. So then when he came in the league before he had to sit out, he was better than Tua again. Of course, now after sitting out for a year and a half, there's dust, there's rust that he has that he has to get through and work through those progressions. But based on the sample size that I've seen, 3 years in college, 3 years in the NFL, got the major contract. My assumption, and doesn't have all the injuries. My assumption is once he works through the rust, he's probably going to be better than Tua again. It is what it is. We kind of see that happen to what's his name, Baker Mayfield, where Baker Mayfield got hot, and people were like, "Oh, Baker Mayfield, he's better than Lamar." Lamar still has a starting job. Baker's on the bench somewhere. Let's not get it twisted.
Jason Marshall put up some. Jason Marshall put up some looking eyes on Twitter, man, and everybody went crazy.
Put up what?
They were just looking eyes. Some eyes on Twitter last night, and everybody went crazy. Jason Marshall in it. Last year, Jason Marshall in the portal was a real thing.
Yeah.
I know for a fact. Yeah, last year was a thing. Family was, family was trying to talk to people. It was a real thing last year, but I don't know what the looking eyes were about. But man, people went crazy last night. So listen, man, it's Christmas, man. We're gonna get people up out of here, bro. I just wanted to get in here and talk to y'all about the new recruits and just y'all about this NIL recruitment. What's up? So listen, man, y'all go kiss your babies, man. Go clean up your floor. Got all that wrapping paper on it. And take your tree down, dog. It's over, okay?
Save money on the power bill.
Yeah. But I'm gonna get up out of here. All right.
All right,
exactly. All right, bro. It's 459-499. Y'all want to get down with IOD Squad? We got a special Freedom Life credit. Say text them if you're trying to get your credit fixed. They'll do anybody credit for $500. I think it usually starts at $700. Ask them when you text them. We're gonna get up out of here, man. It's Christmas, and plus, man, Arizona and Tampa Bay, like they about to go into overtime. They non-offense playing behind 16-16. So y'all go catch the end of that, man. I'm D. Don't put off tomorrow what you could do today. The rest of your life could be seconds away. I'm out of here.